What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. See if y'all can help me answer this question. Um, you got different levels when it comes to crime, and you got different levels when it comes to criminals and criminality. And a lot of times we see what they call small time criminals. Normally, whatever they do, they normally get caught, and they get their sentences, they do their time, and it is what it is. And those sentences can range anywhere from 6 months, right, depending on what you did, all the way up to life in prison, depending on what you did. But a lot of times, people seem to ask the question why the real criminals, the big criminals, why they never seem to ever get their due, why they never seem to get caught up and taken down. Well, the truth of the matter is that from time to time they do. From time to time they do get taken down, but um, to build on the frustrations of those who ask their questions, it's just not enough in their eyes. We don't see enough examples of it. So I'm gonna go into some of the situations and why you don't see a lot of examples of it. Um, First and foremost, you're talking about uh, organized crime. You're talking about politics. Yeah, politics is organized crime, whether we know that or not. You're talking about um, the entertainment industry and the corruption that takes place in it, and even when you're talking about some things that are done that are not technically illegal, but they are absolutely immoral. They're immoral. It's dirty, but it ain't illegal. And the reason why a lot of things that they do are not illegal is because those who control the um, the structure of it all, they set it up to where we can do this. We can legally mess over you. That's why you look at with record companies and entertainment the industry, the Hollywood and all that. People complain about the money they're not getting compared to the work they put on, compared to the work to the revenue they've generated because of their talent. But contracts and things of that nature stipulate that, hey, this is all you get. And some of those things have been in place so long that it's now commonplace to where they don't even fight. The people involved, the people that are getting messed over, don't even fight. That's just one level. But there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes because the real true to the bone criminals, they are not out front. They're not as identifiable as the personalities that fall under their umbrella. So in other words, we know the rapper. We know the rapper. We know some of the stuff, the songs that the rappers make, and oh man, that's a terrible song. Oh, why did he say that? Oh, why is she rapping like that? We get all that, but we never really focus on the CEOs who put out that kind of material. These are throwed off individuals. Let me say that. Just to bring it down to H-Town term. These are throwed off individuals because they will allow us to release horrible content and lay back while the artist takes the blame for putting out that kind of content, for creating that kind of content, but they're the ones who put it out. Now, when you take it up to politics, and I've got to go fast, when you take it up to politics, that's more of the stakes are a lot higher too because you talk about world issues. You talk about people who carry out wars against nations that are weakening them, and or they assassinate leaders of other nations in order to take control of those nations and get the resources. And these are not just criminals, but these are murderers. These are serial killer, mass killers, mass. Forget a mass shooter. We talk about mass bombers. These are things that they do, and then they retire from office or they are voted out of office at some point. He's no longer the president, and then all of a sudden, you see him 5, 10 years later, they're waving, oh, let's bring out former president, whoever. And, it's like, and they're held in reverence, like they were just such wonderful people during their time in office, when in fact they were some of the most corrupt, evil, dirtiest people to walk the planet. And so in that regard, the criminals have gotten away with it. And we see that a lot because those who are in power, they feed the cycle. They feed the cycle. Media is tied into it. And one feeds the other, and they clean up each other's names and reputations, and even the image of the office and the positions that they hold. They clean all that up to make us hold it in high regard. So you get a chance to meet the president, and now how you doing, Mr. President? It's such an honor. It's such an honor to meet you. Like, why? And a lot of times, some of the truth to the bone things that they've done, it's like it's concealed. And if we knew, as Minister Farrakhan said, we knew how wicked these cats are, man. We can look at how we view ourselves and say, yeah, lock him up. Yeah, he broke in that lady's house and all that. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. You sure right. Yeah, he killed that man, and man, he wasn't doing nothing to nobody. Yeah, you right. But we got to always take it to the highest mountain to see why certain things are trickling down to the valley. And once we get to that point, then we'll have an understanding of why this thing seems to never clean up. It's not going to ever clean up because the people who own the house are not gonna clean the house up. They don't want the house cleaned up because the corruption is what feeds the system. It feeds their reality. It feeds their success. That's what it feeds their existence. So they're not gonna ever clean the house up, and they will hide behind the positions. They'll hide behind the titles and present themselves, even hide behind a wardrobe, a nice suit and a clean cut haircut, nice. They'll hide behind all that while shaking your hand and smiling and kissing your babies and all that. When in reality, they go behind closed doors plotting to kill and destroy and steal and rob every single day. So criminals help other criminals. Criminals, and it spans borders. We ain't just talking about domestic. We talking about all over the world. The criminals are in cahoots. When they fall out too hard, then they clash and go to war. And we'll see that real soon in this country. But the world loves killers, and the heroes are usually the ones who are the most corrupt. And then we don't find out until it's too late. So don't get discouraged when it seems like the criminals are winning. It's just temporary. Trust me, this world is on the way out, and you can slowly see it happening. You can slowly see all of its main components starting to collapse and destroy from the inside out. So it's just a matter of time. We just got to make sure that our criminality is not present. We're not out here buck wild and doing things, because we've already seen the hypocrisy where the slightest thing you do, you will get the harshest punishment compared to the most atrocious things that they do. Hey, we run the show, so we don't have to answer to that. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all make sure that y'all check out the new video from South Park Coalition right here on this channel. It's called Betting on Me. If you haven't seen it already, y'all make sure y'all go and check it out, run up the views, and subscribe to my podcast channel, the Underground Dialogue Podcast, as well, right here on YouTube. And I'll catch y'all later on, man. Peace.